Hey guys, Greg here. This is part 3 of my series on a kind of junky record collection I just picked up. I call it the pre-Goodwill collection because it's sort of on its way to the Goodwill, but I grabbed 30-ish records from a friend of mine who grabbed them from an uncle of his, and what's left is it's a lot of classical, and there's some interesting things in here too. First one is actually maybe the most valuable in the whole collection because anything on the Mercury Living Presence is considered to be very good sound quality and good recording quality in its day. So that's Dvorak's Fifth Symphony, New World Symphony, his most famous piece of music. Everybody who has any classical should probably have at least one copy of Dvorak's New World Symphony. This is probably, ooh, it looks like the original label. Looks to be in very good shape, even though it's a crummy paper sleeve. Clean that up. That could sell for 40 or 50 bucks, or we'll just keep it and listen to it. So, this is off to a good start, better than you might have thought. Okay, what's next? One of the best covers, the best cover in this whole collection. Marlene Dietrich, recognize her? The German diva who sang in clubs and bars throughout the war, I guess. Marlene Dietrich at the Café de Paris, London's most famous nightclub, with an introduction by Noel Coward. And if you know the character that Madeline Kahn played in Blazing Saddles, this is very much based on her. The same accent and sort of body humor. Okay, moving right along. This is another good one. I told you this is a crappy collection, but there's a few things that are okay in here. Who loves Xavier Cugat? Now, was he from Cuba or Spain? Xavier Cugat, one of the most famous Spanish-speaking band leaders of his day. This is one of his worst covers. Usually he has sexy ladies on the cover, often his wives and ex-wives. And did you know he was married to Charo? And there's a whole controversy there because she may have been married underage. So anyway, Cugat's favorite rumbas on 6i Columbia. Do we have a year? 19-something? 50-something? I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to move along quickly for you guys. Okay, here's one that's probably not very good. Harp concertos on the Nonsuch label? Who knows? No idea. Mendelssohn, great composer. Felix Mendelssohn Overture, Symphony No. 3, Herbert von Karajan. So this is actually a kind of a quality record. Great composer, great piece of music. Deutsche Grammophon, good pressing, and considered very quality pressing and orchestra. Beethoven Appassionata Symphony. Robert Casadesus, I don't know who that guy is, but Beethoven, one of my all-time favorite composers. How many copies of the Appassionata piano sonata do you need? This is rechanneled stereo, so it's probably an old recording. It wasn't a great recording, but it might have been a great performance. Who knows? Okay, here's an unusual classical record. Never seen this label before, I don't think. Joseph Haydn, Papa Haydn they call him, doing Harmonia Messe, some kind of a mass, I guess. Vienna State Opera Orchestra.
This is a record label I never heard of before. Lyric discs. Ooh, cool inner sleeve. With any pop on here? Oh, teens about this record. George Baratti, or the lyric chord label. Let me know, because I never heard of either one of them.
More classical. Beethoven's string quartets are among the most complex and interesting pieces of music ever recorded, ever composed, I should say. Quartet No. 7, the Razumovsky, one of the famous quartets. This is on Columbia. The Budapest string quartet, pretty famous. Columbia 2i. Here's another very famous piece of music. It's classical. It's Bach's St. Matthew's Passion. Some people consider this one of Bach's top 10 masterpieces. It's a long piece of music. Telefunken. Very cool. It's got It's got the little gold foil stickers that it maybe won some awards or something, plus a nice booklet of fascinating information that I would love to read, but I certainly won't have time or patience to read. But the Telefunken label. Who's going to sit and listen to a 3 or 4 hour mass? I don't know. Maybe I will someday. Someone wants to come over and change the record for me every 20 minutes. That would help. Recital of Chopin by a piano player I never heard of, Nikita Magaloff. And it's a label I don't really know either. Festival Classique. Another one of these sort of no-name classical labels that are all over the place, especially in the 50s and 60s. Probably hasn't been played much. Does that mean it's in good shape, or does that mean the record just wasn't good quality? I don't know. Moving quickly for you guys. We're at 7 minutes. Fauré, French composer's Requiem. And it's in a nice, fancy plastic sleeve, so does that mean it's a good record? I don't know. Nice label. Ace of Diamonds. It's kind of a cool label. Let's see, is there anything to get excited? Yeah, there's a really funky, weird record at the end here. You might want to stick around for that. Probably should have showed it to you at the beginning. Another Bach, the sons of Bach. Bach had 20 kids. Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach, Johann Christian Bach. This guy's not Bach's son. Blah, blah, blah. Bach, classical music. The music of Erik Satie. Erik Satie is an interesting composer that people should be aware of. He did that very quiet, thoughtful piano music called it's not on here. Gymnopedes is not on here. There's some other French junk I can't pronounce on here. Piano music of Erik Satie, Volume 4 on EMI Angel. Looks to be original because it's nice and old. Oh, it's in one of those curvy plastic sleeves that I hate. Okay, here's one of the coolest things in this entire collection. It's not music. It's classical, but it's not music. Lenny Bernstein, America's favorite conductor in New York, did a series of lectures at Harvard, the Norton Lecture Series, 1973. This is volume 5, and it's what, 3 discs? So this is like 2 hours of Leonard Bernstein talking about the history of music. The Unanswered Question, which is an important piece by Charles Ives, and Ravel, and Mahler, and blah blah. Kind of a cool oddity to listen to spoken word on vinyl. In the old days, they didn't know what to put on record. They said, hey, Lenny's giving a lecture. Let's throw it on vinyl. Another Bach box set. Box with a B-O-X, even though it's one of Bach's compositions. See what I did there? The Christmas Oratorio. Seraphim, I don't think is that part of Angel? Yeah, that's an imprint on Angel Records, but it's not their high-end stuff. Dietrich Fischer-Dachau, one of the most famous male singers of his day, so not something I'm likely to listen to much, if ever, but I've got the record. Okay, we're getting into some interesting, weird stuff at the end here, guys, so hang with me. Please hang. Stanford University, the Spring Sing-a-thon. Why would you want that record, Greg? Because it's weird. Delta Tau and Delta sing sea shanties. Weird stuff that college guys, I think was hip in the 50s, but today it's probably not that hip. Okay, here's a very bizarre record. It's culturally insensitive to have a record called Tequila and Tacos by Los Amigos, especially when Los Amigos are two white people named, I don't know what their name is. It's signed by Rita and Jorge, so back in the Herb Alpert days, anybody could throw on a sombrero and make a record, you know. I'm going to give you the best one now for those of you that are tempted to run away. What a weird cover. It's actually the name of the singer down here in Russian. It's Alla Pugacheva. She is like the Stevie Nicks of Russia. She's one of the most famous singers in the universe. I think she sold 200 million records worldwide, and she sings in like 5 languages, Russian and a bunch of other languages. How disturbing is this? Exactly. How disturbing is this freaking record? And it's half Russian, English translations. I listened to a bit of this. Some weird progressive 70s pop. For you progressive 70s Russian pop fans, you might love that record. But it is one of the weirdest records in this collection, for sure. Here is a movie soundtrack, I think. Original musical score by Morton Gold. Windjammer? I guess that was a movie that I don't know that well. Okay, it's a ship that went across the Atlantic, and they ran into some sort of trouble, I guess. I don't know the story. Oh, Pablo Casals, the great Pablo Casals, does something on here. Maybe that's a movie I need to see. Do you guys know anything about this movie? It's on Columbia. It's got 6 eyes. I think this is a common record. I think that's a record you'll see at the thrift shop pretty often. Last one, I did not save the best for last. I gave you the Russian lady already. Sviatoslav Richter, very famous classical piano player. There we go. Sviatoslav Richter, piano concerto by who? Who wrote the piano concerto? Oh, Schumann and Tchaikovsky. Can he get it out? Period. Unbreakable. Long playing. Guys, that is the third of the 3 crappy records videos that I'm doing on this collection. That's the longest one because I had the most records. Let me know what you think. I've had people reach out to me and say, will you send me that record? And in some cases I've said, maybe I will. If it's one I don't want to keep and you're in the continental US, maybe I'll make you pay shipping. Maybe not. We'll see. But thank you for sitting through this torture of 15 or 20 mediocre, crappy records. Have a great day. Keep it spinning. Talk to you soon.